I am back. I need to really make room on my phone. But like I was saying, don't date any man that's on child support, and do not marry a man that's on child support. Child support is marriage without being in a relationship. And as a woman, I'm telling you, you're going to find yourself in the back of a cop car like me. You're going to find yourself arrested. You're going to find yourself going through something because he would still listen to her opinion and try to bring your opinion and her opinion in your house because of child support. And you're going to find yourself throwing hands with her because you're going to be saying, oh, this is my house. I don't care who the hell on child support. And so you would find her trying to run and have an opinion about the things that's going on in your house because he's paying her money. And so when I was one of the issues with my ex-husband, and mind you, I've been proposed to 10 times. I married one of them, and he was help me Jesus not to cuss. He was the worst mistake of my life. I should have got a daggone prenup. Worst mistake of my effing life. I hate that piece of crap. Anyway, I think he a bitch too. Fuck you, bitch. I know you watching. Fuck you, dumb bitch. I hate my fucking ex-husband. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Forgive me, Jesus. I hate that piece of shit so fucking much. Forgive me, Lord. I hate that bitch. Anyway. But what I'm saying, one of the issues with my ex-husband is that he knew that I was going to prosper without him, and he knew I didn't need him. And he wasn't used to having a woman like that, so he called the police on me and set me up and got me evicted on purpose because he thought that I was going to need him. 2 years later, I still don't need that nigga. So with that being said, don't date a man on child support. Don't date a man that has to pay alimony. Have nothing to do with him. Because him and his baby mama are going to drive you up a wall. You're going to find yourself being fingerprinted and arrested like how I was. Don't do that shit. Don't do it. There are a lot of fine men. When I hear the word for child support, we can't do nothing. We can't talk. I'm not dealing with you and your baby mama. You gotta go. I don't know what to tell you. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how fine you are. No, nigga, we cannot date. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. So forgive me, Lord. I'm sorry, Jesus, for cussing. Help me, Lord. I got that profanity, Lord. I'm sorry, Jesus. Help me. Anyway, so with that being said, ladies don't. And then when he told her in the video, he was like, I gave her my money, so I don't really have time for you. Ladies, that is a way for him to show you that you are less valuable than her. And in the end, it's going to get you hurt because you're willing to bend over and help him. You're willing to bend over and help him and go above and beyond to make him comfortable. But he doesn't. But he's already told you the other woman is more valuable than you. And she has a higher rank in his life than you. If I could be honest with you, by all means necessary, avoid men that have children. Avoid men. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to say that they're bad. It's because that child is still half of her. That child is still half of her. And this is how it works. If the child, especially me, because I take care of myself, I don't have anyone to take care of me. Even though I joke and I play, I'm really the provider. And I've always been that way. I never really had a father. I never had a mother. So I've always been in the streets. Taking care of myself, right? So, and I was always hustling to get money. It wasn't the best way, but I was always a hustler. So with that being said, a lot of times what women will do, the baby mama that's receiving child support, if she's jealous of you because she's dependent on him, she'll get in the child's ear. And then the child start voicing the opinion to the parent. And then he'll turn on you. And he's not getting in his head that what that child is saying is because the mother told that child to say that. You two are two different women. You're proactive, she's inactive. You're the hard worker, she's not the hard worker. So she's going to be envious and she's going to be jealous of you. That's why I say just avoid men that have baby mothers. Don't try to ride or die with him. Don't try to help him with nothing. Don't try to just stay away from that, because we're dealing with something that men are extremely immature when it comes to their mother, to their children's mothers. There is no reason that a man, if you all have a child and you are in a relationship with another woman, there is no reason that he should be giving her money still, especially if that child is 18. There is absolutely no reason. There is no reason he should be paying her light bill. There's no reason he should be paying for her car. There's no reason he should be buying her gifts and clothes. Because I'm telling you, if he giving her money, he giving her dick. I'm just telling you how it is. And you can sit there and you can play stupid all you want to. If he giving her money, he giving her dick. And he can look, he can lie to you, he can say whatever. Ain't no man gonna be giving a woman some money and he ain't piping that hoe on the side. I'm just letting you know what it is. And don't be trying to play stupid. Don't let that nigga lie to your face. Don't let that nigga sit here and be like, she just my baby mama. I'm just helping her. He's screwing her. That's what it is. He's screwing her. And don't waste time on no nigga like that. Move the heck on with your life. And these are hard lessons that I learned. These are hard lessons that I learned because nobody taught me. Nobody taught me don't mess with a man that got kids. Nobody taught me don't let no nigga sit up in your house and you the provider as a woman. Nobody taught me when a nigga telling you he paying his baby mama child support and he going over her house for a few hours just because he dicking her down. Nobody taught me that. Nobody taught me that when a man have a baby on you, then he come back and ask you for money, don't give him the money. Nobody taught me that. But it's because that's what the women used to do in the generation prior. The generation prior had husbands that was getting hoes pregnant in their marriage on them. And they stayed like idiots. And that's dangerous because he got away with it then. Baby, now there's all types of diseases. So just because you stay with him for 50, 60, and 70 years, you could be 90 years old walking around with HIV because he did something. And so he could wait till you old. So he could have you evicted. He could have your house in foreclosure and y'all both 70 years old. And now y'all living on the streets and he took your 401k and ran off with his secret male lover. There's a whole bunch of stuff that can go down. So they thinking that just because they was getting away with it in the 80s and they was getting away with it in the 70s, oh, it's way worse now. And that day is coming. So I'm telling you things that I went through and had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. Don't learn these lessons the hard way because I had the grace of God to spare me from how detrimental it was. But if you don't know the Lord, it could wipe you out and take your life out. Also, don't take none of these niggas on shopping sprees that ain't your husband. The only man that I took shopping was my ex-husband. I bought him shoes and I bought him a diamond chain. He was playing with me. I threw all that shit in the garbage. He was like, "Have you seen my diamond chain?" Nope. You mean my diamond chain? I ain't lying. If you and a man are not married, don't move that fool in your house. Don't move him in your house. Don't buy him no shoes and don't buy him no jewelry till that nigga get to stepping. The only man that I gave money is if we was talking about marriage. And as soon as the conversation was off the table, you cut off. I'll block a nigga so quick. They be like, "What did I do?" That's their favorite line. You insecure, you overreacted. Then why you keep trying to get back with me then, ho? You didn't think about that, did you? Don't take no nigga that you ain't married to shopping. Don't buy that nigga nothing. I don't care if he your baby daddy. Don't move that nigga in your house. All he gonna do is try to sell dope out your house because he ain't worth nothing. Don't move that nigga in your house. Don't move that nigga in your house. I be seeing online Women be like, I just paid my boyfriend's student loans off. Black woman, your boyfriend like white girls. And you telling me while he was at the frat party with Sue, you went and worked 2 jobs and maybe 3 to pay his student loans off so he can get a house and marry Sue now and leave you? Baby, it could never be me. It could never be Precious Diamond. It can never be Precious Diamond Sandria. It can never be me. It can never be me. But you have to know what's going on, because that's how men will do you. Some of these men will only say that they love you because they can't afford a pair of new shoes. The new Jordan's coming out. So all of a sudden he texting you because he wants some new J's and he wanted to be in another whole face. Now you can be stupid if you want to and buy the shoes. You could be stupid if you want to and buy him clothes. And I'm telling you the lessons that I learned. If y'all not married, you should not be buying him clothes. Because he going to take all them clothes and he going to smile in her face. And if he's secretly down low, he going to be kissing on another man in the clothes that you bought him. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. So overall, please do better. It's sad because as a woman, I could foresee what is to come. And it's sad. And I know that God has already told me that it's going to cause a lot of black women to go to lesbianism. And it's because of the terrible, terrible things that these men are doing. I told y'all I ain't dating for 7 years because I need this to pass over. What was that noise? I'm not dating for 7 years because I need this to pass over. I'm not interested in dating nobody. I don't want to be your wife. I don't. And I've already told you I'm considering giving birth through artificial insemination. And I'm not playing. I'm not playing. And it's because I know that this is a terrible generation of men. This is a terrible, 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 terrible generation of men. From the lying to the cheating to the adultery, the unfaithfulness. Has to be one of the worst generations of men in history. I look online and it's on both sides for the white and blacks. Women holding bags like men while the men walk like girls. Women have taken on the masculine side while the men say, oh my God, their head hurts. They don't feel like doing it. They don't feel like working. And I feel sorry for the women who are falling into that trap. And you're believing and listening to a man that tells you not to work a 9-to-5 job. You're listening to a man that wants you to be on social media all day, but he don't want you to work a 9-to-5 job because he ain't told y'all gonna get famous by doing pranks. And these are the things that are to come. It's sad and pitiful watching black girls play the side chick to married men and proud to be the side chick. And proud to be the side chick. Don't you know that there is a curse of the Lord on that position? The word of God says that when God has joined 2 people together, let not man put them asunder. Which means let no one separate what God has joined together. So even if he tells you that he doesn't care if his wife knows that you are in a relationship, if he is a married man and if that woman has a prayer life, the judgment of God will come upon your life as the side chick. As the side chick, the judgment of God will come on your life. Some women die in that. And it's despicable to watch black women fighting. And I never tattoo a nigga name on me. You crazy. To watch black women fighting for men, like fist fighting, dogging each other out. My ex-boyfriend, I was talking to somebody. I said, this nigga thought that I was going to fight for his nappy head self or something. Nigga, you crazy. You ain't even got no money. I was paying for you to get to work, fool. You done lost your everlasting mind. Nigga, you crazy. Who gonna fight for you? Not me, Pastor Diamond won't. But it's sad to watch these things happen in the Black community. I am pro-family. I wish that God would heal the Black family. I really do. I wish that God would heal the Black family because it's embarrassing in our community. With Caucasian people know how to be a family. Caucasian men know how to be husbands and be faithful to their wives and build a house and build a home. But we don't have that same example. Well, I mean, we got Sierra and Russell Wilson. We have them, but that's about it. Russell Wilson right now, he is the only Black husband, Black man that has not been in the news for cheating on his wife or beating on his wife. He's the only one. And I'm not saying their situation is sad, but I'm saying the Black community, that's a sad, sad point of view. That's a sad and terrible point of view that we don't have as many respectable examples of a good husband and wife relationship in the Black community. We don't. So Black women, I pray that, I know this video has some profanity. God is working on me. Y'all, I don't got no demon and nothing. I just got an anger problem. I really pray that things would get better in the Black community in regards to family. And I just pray that Black women would see their self-worth and stop wasting time on these nappy head fools. Stop wasting time on these nappy head fools. Like, girl, he don't got no money. He can't buy you no car. He can't pay rent. He can't buy his own clothes. He can't keep no food in the pantry. All he can do is pull his drawers down. He ain't worth crap. He ain't worth nothing. So why is you out here fighting for a man? And why is these hoes fighting for a man that's married? Can't make it up. I hope that the Black women would just do better. I hope Black women would do better. I really do. I pray fervently. I pray that Black women would do better. And that we would not. It's sad because I wish that the Black community would not put themselves in a position to be mocked. I wish they do. I remember when I was getting a divorce from my ex-husband, I was so ashamed of him. So ashamed because I was in Tuscaloosa. And at that time I was working Uber after getting set up by the FBI. And I would be delivering to these mansions. And I would just be standing outside just looking at these mansions with tears in my eyes. While my daughter was asleep in the back car while I was doing Uber because I couldn't find a daycare. And I would just have tears in my eyes. I would have tears in my eyes. Because I watched how these men who are Caucasian worked and they worked jobs and they were consistent and they knew to build a house and a home for their families. But I was married to a Black man that couldn't be faithful, couldn't pay his bills, couldn't pay his car on time, couldn't pay his rent, and couldn't hold a consistent job. I was so ashamed of him. I was so ashamed to be his wife. I was so ashamed. I was so ashamed to be his wife. So humiliated and so ashamed. I was ashamed when he got me evicted. I was ashamed. I was ashamed to be his wife. I was embarrassed. It was terrible. So I say, because I feel in the spirit shame. I feel in the spirit that shame is coming to the Black community. And it's because of the unhealthy image of a Black family. The unhealthy image of a Black family. I pray, I'm sorry for the profanity. God is working on me. I pray that this would, despite the language that I use, like I said, God is working on me. I pray that somehow, some way that it would teach or help a woman to not go down a rabbit hole dealing with these ignorant, nappy head men. Don't deal with them, but instead have something better.